So I took it to Instagram and I asked you guys, what kind of video do you want to see? 50% of you guys voted for a glam makeup tutorial. So I have decided to pick one of my favorite looks. I mastered it in Ireland when I was living there because I remember there was one night we were gonna go out and I was like, I want to look so fire. And this was the look I did. I remember thinking, wow, this looks really good. I wish somebody would have told me a little sooner that for a green-eyed brunette, this is a look that we should be doing. We're gonna go in first with foundation. Dior will always be, I think, my favorite, but because we're going a little, glam is always a little heavier for me. Again, I bought the wrong shade in Dior and it makes me really sad. Two other colors to actually get my shade of coloring. Yeah, just one. Then Dior. I do a little more Dior because I do have a pink undertone, but it's too pink by itself for me. I do still do it with my hands because I feel like it goes in better personally. And then I go in with a sponge. But I will say the only difference between this glam and my pageant glam is I always start with carving my eyebrows out first for pageant glam. Mostly because if I'm on a stage with bright lights, you have to see my eyebrows, or because I don't want to be like, no eyebrows. Let's just be honest, that'd be embarrassing. Now, I'll go in with a sponge. And I have this, and I use this for both pageants and like if I'm going out, or pictures, photo shoots, anything. This is my go-to for contour, and I have a freaking Chanel, but I do feel like if I want a more like bam in your face, I do pick these. I'm gonna go in with this, again, just like that little bit, and second color there. We're gonna do that in this. Okay, ready? Ooh, I definitely just got that in my eye. Always up. I won't lie, this does make me feel like a ghost when I do it. I probably placed the mirror in the worst place ever, mostly because like can't see around the camera, but y'all get the point. Now, this big difference, especially with my face structure, I have noticed that little move makes a big difference. At least to me it does. So I could totally be giving myself a placebo effect, but I think it makes a difference. Contour. I feel like I changed the colors up a little bit. It depends on where I am tan-wise. If I were in a pageant, I'd have a spray tan, so I would immediately go darker because I need to go darker. And if I'm a little paler, I do go a little bit lighter. But right now, I'm neither tan nor pale-ish. Like I can get really pale, but we're gonna go medium here with this one. And with that means I'm gonna go here, tad, just that. Same thing again, but this one to just get like a good mix in between the two. I do change this up. So for my Chanel, for my regular glam, I use a big brush like this. Not when it comes to like, I'm trying to do specifically something. We're gonna use this little guy. We're gonna use this end because this, it just gives me more of a precise. All right, and again, we're gonna go up, making sure I'm in the right place, but we're gonna go right there. And just that little bit, just that little bit. Doop to do. Was that a straight line? Not at all. What? Man, oh man. Okay. My nose always makes me a little nervous. I feel really funny. During this process, I feel like you always look the scariest, but then you're always like, watch the process. I promise it comes to be worth it. And then we're gonna go out, shape that out just a bit, and definitely put too much right there. You don't want it too high up here, like you do not. So you're gonna go under, completely under, like that. And ta-da. Now that that's all done, now we go in and blend. And that's when I am gonna take my bigger brush to blend under here. Just because you want to kind of bring down a bit of it to help blend it all in. I don't want people to see, like, I don't want them to see it. Like, I want it to look so natural. I think that was one of the things I definitely always wanted to learn while I was doing makeup, was how can I make this look as natural as possible? I'm also gonna use this brush again up here, just to move everything in place. You always want to go up into your hairline. Don't bring it down, up into the hairline. It looks better. It brings your face up, and if you blend down, it brings it down. So you want to always blend up. Just like that. We're going to bring that up though. So I'm going to start here. And I've seen a couple different ways, and I have tried this for a couple pageants where they've done contour like here and then like carve it down here. I personally don't feel like it helps my face shape. I feel like it actually makes it look worse. We want to go up. We don't want to bring it down. It didn't complement my face. So we're gonna go in here. I'm just gonna let that all out, just like that. Pat that in. Next, I find this to make a huge difference when I do any type of makeup. So I've done this. This is great. Now it's time to set. I've been using the Morphe setting powder, and it works great. I love it. Die on a Hill for Dior. Too Faced eyeshadow, like setting spray. Urban Decay is one of my favorite setting sprays. Like those, like there's some ones where I'm like, no, that's it. Setting powder, haven't really decided yet. If somebody has suggestions, I'm open for it, because I will try anything when it comes to makeup. Part of the routine is that. Always. Even in my everyday, I always do this step because I feel like it shapes and makes my cheekbones pop, and I just love it. Okay. And I do pat whatever was left on that. I feel like it just helps a little bit with like oil and stuff, oil built up, and I feel like it kind of does help it last longer. So I was a junior in high school when I first got my first Morphe palette, and I kind of stuck to it, and I haven't changed, and they last so long, and I love the pigment of them. So I'm not gonna lie when I tell you I am using Morphe, and this is one of my favorite palettes. The Desert Bouquet palette, the Everyday Chic palette are two of my favorites, literally two of my favorites. And as you can tell, I definitely use this one a lot, and I've been using this one a lot more too. Recommend you start with the base color, because I primed my eyes with my foundation. Powder can sometimes grab and then be splotchy, so I always recommend we go in first with a white. So I'm gonna go in with this white right here, and we're just gonna set the eye. That's it. It's the only reason, is to set, and then the rest of the colors will go on better. I always feel like they blend better, they go on better, they hold better, because you have that base color to kind of set everything ready. I'm gonna go with 3 colors, but I'm gonna blend them as I do this, so prepare with me. All right, we're gonna do this color, this color, this color, and this color, and I'm gonna hit you with a wild thing. I'm gonna put a little bit of this in there, but let me show you. Okay, so we're gonna go here, dab it, dab it, dab it, half. You just want a little bit of this color. And I don't know, I wish I knew more about colors. I do, but all I know is it just helps bring out the 3. And so half. I'm gonna do 2 rounds of that on each eye. Make it get to the shade I want. So, but you always start with that first layer because you can always go darker. It's really hard to get lighter into that. So I always recommend kind of just base it off each layer. But we're gonna go in again, but this time just on the lid. Now we're gonna use this palette. And as you can tell, when I said I use this one a lot, I mean like I use it and I love it. I've had it for so many years. It's ridiculous. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go with this. We're gonna go here, this one, and this one, and this one. So we're gonna go just on that lid. Go here. This part has messed me up a couple times where I'm like, that was a bad idea. So brush, but we're gonna go here, light-handed. You're gonna easily just top it and move. Just that top part. Just that top part. It's gonna like kind of draw that line for you. But, and just like that, you kind of have that outstretched. Oh, now I just want to put my fingers in my eyeshadow. Okay. And again, same with the other eye. Very light-handed. Light-handed might take you a couple strokes, but it's better again to go light into the dark rather than like full bam, it's dark and you're like, well crap, now I have to wipe my eye and you gotta start over. So just very light-handed, like a paintbrush. I was not lying when I said I felt like I've loved makeup because it makes me feel like an artist and my face is just my canvas. So that part's going right here and then we go in like that. Again over here and like that. And ta-da. After looking at my eyes in the camera a bit, I do want to make the lid just a tad bit darker. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna go in with some more of this like brown here. And we're gonna just slowly put that in there. Yeah, that's the color I want. I like this brush mostly because I can only hit that lid and not have to worry about too much of those my creases. Because I'm going full glam and not an everyday look kind of thing, I am going to add some glitter. And how I do glitter is a little different than some people, but I feel like my eyes grab it just a little bit better. So we're gonna go in with my finger, going in, and we're gonna hit this color because, oh, this is my favorite on my eyes. This makes my eyes pop so well. It's just beautiful. But we're also gonna hit some of this copper over here. So like that's, go in and I'm just gonna dab here and here, just a tad. And again, I'm gonna smooth that over. So here's the thing. I do my best eyeliner with eyeshadow. And I know that's not conventional. For fake eyelashes, I make sure I use my, liquid eyeliner, but let me just tell you what, my eyeshadow eyeliner hits. However, I can't do it without looking at a mirror, so here we go. I'm using still the same Same thing, but we're just gonna go and hit that black. I will give you a trick though. So I use my waterline from here up. It's kind of like my line. Also, eyeshadow eyeliner is easier to clean up if you mess up. Like, I fear liquid eyeliner because I'm so scared I'm gonna mess up on it, and I can't, if I mess up with that, I always have to like take off the whole, like all the layers, the foundation, the setting powder, the eyeshadow. Like, I feel like I have to start from scratch. Eyeshadow, swipe that baby, swipe it. Look, I'm kind of copying here. She goes in here, but I don't know if I want to. I'll do it for the giggles. This, a very important thing I've learned is little angle brush, the angled brush like this. So we're finished with this, the eyeshadow, the eyeliner, but this I've noticed has made a big difference for like what makes my eyes really pop. And that's using this type of brush and going in with a color, what do I want to use for this one? Brown and the glitter. And we're gonna go in under the eye, and it just makes my eyes pop. I don't know what it does about bringing out that color. The browns, the golds really make my green eyes pop. And I've noticed that for my mom, I would always recommend her more of like, yes, the golds, but like a lighter gold. I probably would have done more of this brown shimmer under her eyes rather than this darker. Ooh, I just Sitka. I just poked myself in the eye. So that is done. Now this has been my new favorite little thing, is this palette right here. So much fun because it has, first of all, this gold, stunning gold. But this little, is it green? Yeah, it has a green but a blue and brown gold in it. Like, I just comes differently, just comes out differently. But it is so good. And I'm gonna add that now. After I did like the under eye, we're gonna add this, and it's just gonna make everything different. It's just gonna pop it just a tad bit more. Boom, again, just a swipe. We're gonna go in right under here, right there. We're gonna use that angle like this and do that. Ta-da. And you put as much as you want on because you like it. That's another thing. If you only wanted one layer for color, only do one layer. It is your personal preference. Personal preference of the colors you actually like and what you feel good in. That's something I always stand by, is if you feel good, girl, rock it. Girl, rock it. Because you have to wear your makeup. You have to sit in it. Like, feel good. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Swipe that setting powder we put on our face to set while we did our eyeshadow. We do the setting powder and then the eyeshadow because it gives it time to like everything to set into itself. If you've watched some of my other vlogs, you know that I just showed you high-end foundation. I mean, like, setting powder was Morphe, but I will stand by this. And that is the Fit Me Maybelline. I will stand by this forever because I just feel like it gives me great coverage. And that is that. And we're just gonna go over everything. The Chanel loose powder that I'm gonna use. And that's just gonna go for like the under eye. Lighten it up. Go in. Anastasia bronzer I've had for literally, I think I've had this for 5 years. But still so great. And here's my little secret. I use all 3 colors. And it's simply one swipe. And now we go in. And like that one swipe, I'm gonna do twice, but that's for the top of my face and the under. And now this. done. Right here, and we're just gonna touch those eyebrows because makeup probably got on them. So we're just gonna brush them through and kind of get rid of that to make your eyebrows not be blended into your face. I'm gonna carve. I always recommend outlining first. Just outline what you have, but it also depends on what you want. I always want a more natural brow. Too bold of a brow makes me nervous because I also feel like I'll go too dark. So I always kind of just, I'll say I look in the mirror until I like kind of see the color change that I want. I'm like, okay, that's great, that's good. And then I call it a day. Normally I do fake eyelashes if I'm going for a full glam look. However, I didn't have any lashes with me and I forgot to grab some before I made this video, so no lashes today. But when I do my pageant makeup tutorial, I will add the lashes for sure, because you can't do a pageant look with fake eyelashes. I don't care how natural I've always wanted to be. Like, if you're on a stage and you're doing pageant makeup, you have to have fake lashes. So when I do that video, I will add fake lashes because that needs to be authentically true. So, oh shoot, I forgot a step. So we're gonna back this all up. But I forgot to do my blush and my little, so we're gonna go in with the blush now. I have the Bare Minerals blush and called Rogue. And in another video, I told my sister like, hey, only use a little bit because it's so pigmented. I stand by that. And I will have this blush forever because of just how little I use, because that's all you need, because too much is too much, and blush makes me nervous too. I get red. If you ever want to know if I'm lying or am I nervous, my face will get beet red, along with my chest. I get red. So I always got really nervous for the longest time to use blush, and then I realized how much I liked it once I put it on my face. So again, I'm just using the lid, and we're just gonna go in. I even feel like that's too much, and there's not even much. So I'm just gonna pop some of that off. Okay. And a little dab to see where you are first. And now we're gonna go in. Bring it up. Remember, bring back, don't bring down. You wanna lift your face. You don't wanna, it's not the reason you need to make it. You don't wanna draw your face down. My Chanel highlight. Oof, if I could open it. Yep. I love it because it's just enough. It's perfect. I still use Maybelline's, like the way the brush is built, because I just love it. I just like the way it shapes my eyelashes. Go in starting with the like little part, and we're just gonna draw. It's almost like brushing your eyelashes. I'll start doing like the little maneuver to spin and. God, there's America. Okay. And ta-da freaking da. Before I go onto my lips, I'm going to, again, being completely transparent in this whole video, is you're gonna get makeup in your hair. Take take a towel, whatever, washcloth, I don't care. Get that stuff out of your hair. Just get it off. Or use like, there's the reason they're made like the headbands and stuff like that. Milani Most Natural lip liner and my Jovani Honey, like gloss-ish. It's a tinted gloss. I got this actually from Miss Florida USA. It was part of the gift packet they gave us. Stellar, wonderful. Oh, Taylor, Mom. And ta-da, just like that. That is my full glam video.